Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Ever seen live trading on a widescreen? Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun, send a lecture on it. Randy, put a little extra on it.
It's mutable and decentralized. No censorship or hard cap supply. It's open source and we classify the blockchain secure, and that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced a lot like this new jam. If Bitcoin dipped, then we ain't gon' trip. I'ma be bullish on you, fam.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Wednesday. We are officially midweek, and boy, does the news match the spice of a midweek show. Holy freaking wow. SBF is on his high horse. I thought me as the little woman I am had a lot of audacity. Apparently SBF has more. We have news coming out of Hong Kong. There was a conference in Hong Kong, so of course the government was over there yapping. The Hong Kong government was yapping about what they want to do and to try to make themselves seem like they really care about crypto. We also have Binance teasing new stuff with Franklin Templeton also making some interesting statements out of there. Arkham Intelligence is ditching their crypto exchange. We also have Kraken news as well, some spice within the company. Anthony Scaramucci, I don't know where this man stands nowadays. He's really confusing. This man is so confusing. Like, you think women are confusing? This guy picks a new side every week. And apparently, he went from hating Donnie T to maybe loving him. In addition to that, Capitol Hill is busy between crypto and the banks battling each other over clarity. Seems like there might still be more fog. If you guys are ready for the Zest, the news, the education, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share this out with friends so more people know what's going on here. We have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers, and a subscriber goal of... Excuse me. Whoa, what is going on lately with OBS? Sheesh. 25,075 subs. That is the goal of the day. Let's just pimp it, you know? Have a good time. Am I right?
No, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Gotta pimp it. All right, say good morning to me as I say good morning to you, and smash the like and things of that nature. Check out our 3 beautiful sponsors of the show, including Cake Wallet, Market Cipher. Use code ZESTY for 15% off, and then go up to the moon with Uphold, uphold.com/Randy. Check it out. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into the show, shall we? Twiz, hello. Deadpool, hello on the ticker talk. Guys, go to YouTube if you're on TikTok, pretty please. It's just a better experience, you know? All right, let's say good morning to everyone. Doge Bull, Silver Days, good morning. Zach is in the chat. Hello, Zach. I just lost my spot because you guys are blowing it up. Doge Bull, David Bulls, Mike Vollmer, Jim. We have Mama Shadow. We have, let's see, we have Fitz, good morning. Peace, Backup, good morning to you. We have, where is everybody? Wow, you guys are really blowing it up this morning. Aquarian had a birthday this week. Dave Digital also had a birthday. We love all the birthdays. My birthday's on Monday, guys. I'm so darn excited. Oh my gosh. We have All Set, Ian F, Pat Markey, good morning. We have Yukio on X, good morning to you. Alex Richards is here. John Shanks, Loco for Crypto. Rob C, pieces on every platform, literally. Let's see who else is here. One House, good morning. Jonathan Morris is here. Gary, good morning. Mike Mazzone is here. There you go. Leroy, good morning. Alexandra G, my G. Verhoofty Floof. Ray K. Oh my gosh, we love Ray K. Dude, Mark Smithson wrote something in the chat before that just made me laugh. And like, it shouldn't have made me laugh the way it did, but like, I was cracking up. Before I went live, I was looking through the comments. And Mark Smithson goes... He goes, should the minimum age for buying crypto be 35? And I just don't know why that made me laugh as hard as it did, but it did. It freaking made me laugh. I love that one. I'm actually crying because it was so funny. We have a TJ, good morning over there. Dinesh, good morning. All right, guys, we're getting into the show. I have to stop laughing over your trolling comments. Freaking hilarious. I need the opposite of coffee. Oh no. Listen, I love my coffee. I'm not even, I drink maybe 3/4 of my cup. 3/4. That's not terrible. I don't drink more than 1 cup of coffee a day. I really don't. So I'm just a very excited person. I just care about this industry. I care about digital monies. I was in a group a few weeks ago, and they were like, what's a fun fact about you? And I said, I like Bitcoin and internet money, and everyone had a little giggle over it. It was a little interesting moment. Am I from Boston? No, I'm not from Boston. I'm from New York. And it's like something that you don't even want to flex on nowadays. I feel like 20 years ago it was like, yeah, I'm from New York. Everyone's like, oh my word, that's so cool. And then now it's like, oh yeah, I'm from New York. Everyone's like, oh, that's crusty. Anyway, let's look at the markets, right? We have zero that is far from zero, layer zero here. Having layered up that 41.8% in the green, Uniswap is also pumping. There's a lot of talks about decentralization and DEXs and a lot of controversy over what people really deem to be DeFi. And so that's probably why Uni is having a little bit of a pump this morning. Bitcoin is 66,960 or 80. Are we going to test 67K right now? Oh, that might be. Ooh. Yeah, we're at 67,000. Pimping. I can't believe I'm saying $67,000 Bitcoin in the year of 2026, but you know what? We rock. We bull. We're down 2.5% today. Looking at that wick low that just stopped directly on that 60K. Might be indicative of where we're going. I wouldn't be surprised, especially because you're looking at market Cipher. The momentum seems to be maybe topping off for right now. I could see a little bit of a curvature, maybe a red dot printed around right here. We make our way down, and then the VWAP is going to go down. Money flow is going to go wee, and then the RSI is going to come down just a little bit. Even though we're really not far off, again, from getting back into that oversold. We're literally right here. So I would say send it down to oversold. Let's continue to have this red week. Everyone could be bored. Everyone could be crying. I mean, honestly, I think this dip brought back some spice to crypto. You could call me controversial. You could be like, Randy, you're absolutely Delulu level 5,000. But tell me this though. Don't you think crypto got spicy again with this dip? Because now crypto Twitter is like alive again. And everyone's like yelling at each other. Yeah, we don't really like people yelling at each other. But we do like that people are back and they're like, woohoo, there's something happening. I think that's okay. I think we brought back crypto because now everyone's eyeing the market. And then when Bitcoin goes back up, everyone's going to have a party. So I think we re-engaged crypto Twitter to a degree. Some people got frustrated and left, but they could go cry in their basement. That's fine. They could go cry in their basement. Guys, please smash the like and share as we dive into our breaking news headlines. And there is a lovely after show. Guys, did you know that after this podcast leaves the YouTubes and all the other platforms we're streaming on, like I open my Discord app and then we go into Discord and we hang out for like a good 10 minutes and we all hang out with each other and we ask questions and we just get sentiment. And so if you want to be a part of that exclusive after show that happens on Wednesdays and Fridays, become a member. Because when you become a member, not only do you get access in the super exclusive Cool Kid after show, but you get emojis. We love emojis. We have so many cool ones. All my members, please flex on all the non-members and let them see your emojis. Otto is in the chat. Quoth, quoth to you, my friend. Are you going to put some member emojis, Otto, while you're on the treadmill? Do it. NYC says, love you. Oh, much love. Yay. We love. Thank you. Appreciate you. Let's dive into breaking news headlines as Bitcoin ETFs are coming back after apparently they were dead last week and you couldn't revive it. Isn't that freaking crazy? Breaking news headlines start right now. Last last week, everyone was in shambles. Hello, Corvette. I'll get to you in a second. Last week, everybody was in shambles. Oh my word, so much money of outflows. All these outflows were flowing out the ETFs. What are we gonna do? Everything's dead. Investors are leaving. Institutions don't care about us anymore. Seems like the script has flipped and the headlines seem to be seeping in some hopium into your life. Check out the wording. This is what I love to point out, is simply wording, because the psychology is wild. Spot Bitcoin ETFs add $167 million, nearly erasing last week's outflows. Again, nearly erasing. Oh my gosh, wow, that bullish momentum. Look at this picture. Bitcoin with that cha-ching, cha-ching right there. Guys, and then the headlines last week was like, whoa, we're breaking records. This is horrible. I can't believe all of these ETFs, all the institutions don't care about us anymore. Now it's like, oh, now the investors are so happy. Now they're just revived. I can't with the psychology. It's just wild how people just get set off by a headline. All they have to see is this. All they have to see is that top headline. What's going on with my computer? Sorry, guys. I'm having issues here. Like last week, everyone was like, whoa, this headline, the image here is so scary. And now it's like, oh, wow, Bitcoin looks like a little baddie in the cash. Spot Bitcoin ETFs recorded $166.6 million of inflows on Tuesday, bringing the total inflows to $311.6 million, according to data from Value. And last week, we saw outflows of $318 million. So you're telling me, again, everyone was flipping out last week. $318 million of outflows. The fear was at the max. And then this week, you're basically balanced out. Minus what? $6.4 million, which isn't a lot in terms of these ETFs. This is why you have to stop. Don't listen to the FUD, especially the institutions, because you know what? The institutions played you. They played you. They were like, oh, we're just going to sell. We're going to get out of the ETFs just for the purpose of this headline. So that way they wipe everyone else out. They get the ETFs cheap. They get Bitcoin cheap. And then they're going to buy back in, pump it right back up. And then you know what happens? Oh, darn it. I sold. Why did I do that? Oh, because I listened to headlines that I should have been listening to. Hope everyone's paying attention to that. They play you. They literally play you. They dump it all. So the articles come out, Bitcoin is done, and then they buy right back in, and then you're like, wait, what? I thought it was going lower. Oh, what? Don't listen to content creators either. Don't listen to anybody but your mom. Exactly. Hong Kong, guys. That was bad. I just felt like it would be funny. That wasn't funny. Let's go to Hong Kong. They're working to allow perpetual contracts, which again is interesting. And I really doubt, and I'll go back to the whole premise of China, Hong Kong, they're all the same. And they are not going to allow retail to touch this. If retail touches this, it would be the shock of my life. Go ahead and check this out. So financial regulators in Hong Kong are going to unveil framework for trading platforms to offer perpetual contracts, according to the head of the region's SFC, which is basically like their SEC. Now, brokers in Hong Kong would soon be able to provide financing to clients backed by Bitcoin and ETH, and platforms would be able to offer market making through independent units, according to Julia Liang, the CEO of Hong Kong's SFC. While the SFC plans to share more details later, the moves are part of a broader push to let regulated firms offer more products and services following on their 2025 roadmap that included an effort to develop the local crypto market. Now, again, this is what you have to look at, the wording, because brokers soon be able to provide financing to clients backed by Bitcoin, backed by ETH. So does it mean they're actually getting ETH? No. Does it mean they're actually getting Bitcoin? No. Does it mean that this will actually be something they will have access to directly? No, because brokers will soon be able to provide financing to clients. So how many intermediaries are there here? Like 50,000? And this is why I'm so grateful. I'm so proud. Cue the music. I'm proud to be an American, because you know what? At least I could go to an exchange still, even though SBF tried to wipe that out, and I'll get to that in a minute. Wow, SBF will set me off on fire. But you think for a second that individuals, retail folk like you and I in Hong Kong can touch Bitcoin. No. But you have to be in an institution. You have to have all these clients, these high status clients. The whole economy is artificial. None of it's real. None of it's real. At least you could say the market is real in the US to a degree when it comes to crypto, because you could actually gauge retail sentiment. You could track the money. Can't say that about the stock market. Nonetheless, she said they'll be publicizing a high-level framework for platforms to be offering perpetual contracts and only available for institutions and not retail. And she said the framework will focus on the risks, and platforms seeking to offer the products would be able to manage those risks. And it also has to be very fair to the customers, which means fake news. In my mind, fake news. I don't believe anything that comes out of Hong Kong. Now, in addition to the perpetuals that they will offer to institutional clients and through brokers and through 5,000 other intermediaries, plus your mom probably, Hong Kong is going to issue their first stablecoin. Meanwhile, I don't see the point in them doing that other than to save face and pretend they're actually doing something here. Because if you look back at the HKMA website, the Hong Kong Monetary Authority website that we've been looking at the same page for like 3-4 years now, they literally outlined how a bunch of countries have been working together for years in order to create CBDCs. And so HKMA... Hong Kong digital dollar. Hong Kong digital dollar. Okay, look. Since 2017, the HKMA has been actively advancing the research of their CBDC with Project Ethanon and Lion Rock. In 2019, the Bank of Thailand partook. We also know that, the Central Bank of the UAE, People's Bank of China, cue the Donny T.
China.
The Bank for International Settlements Hub Center in Hong Kong also took part in this, okay? So you could see 5,000 different intermediaries. Sorry, wrong button. 5,000 intermediaries that were involved in this. And so Hong Kong saying, we're going to issue a stablecoin. Who are you doing that for? Other than publicity. Because they've had the Hong Kong digital dollar for years. They've been doing CBDC testing for years. So what's the point of the stablecoin when they already skipped it? They already skipped it. That's what's so frustrating to me, is that people don't care to go and look at these things. We've been looking at this exact page from the Hong Kong Monetary Authority website for like 4 years. At least 3 years doing this podcast. And Project Enbridge, all of this is new. China has their name written all over it. So why would you believe Hong Kong is anything separate from that? It's not. And so they said they're going to begin issuing the first of their stablecoin licenses next month, which again, why would they do that and have their license, all these issuances of stablecoins? It doesn't make sense. They would only issue a small batch of licenses initially, Hong Kong's Paul Chan Mo Po said Wednesday at CoinDesk's Consensus Hong Kong conference. He said, in giving our licenses, we ensure that licensees have novel use cases, a credible and sustainable business model, and strong regulatory compliance capabilities, and said, together with the framework already in place, will ensure that our regulatory regime comprehensively covers a team of digital assets ecosystem, meaning blah, 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 PR, 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 nothing actually important other than we're just going to keep fooling everybody to make ourselves look good. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? And then they're like, we're going to have tokenization initiatives, digital ledgers to enhance settlement efficiency. Fractional ownership, unlock liquidities. Throw your liquidity out the window. Because you know what? Their digital ledgers, why don't they show you the digital ledger that they use for their CBDCs? They can't because it's all closed off. None of it's real. Literally, this is so frustrating to me. It's like hard to read this because they're lying to your face. Literally, none of it's real. None of it's real. Oh, it's so sad. So darn sad. I I can't get too spicy over this because again, like it's all in your face, except like nobody sees it. And they're looking at these articles like, wow, Hong Kong's gonna have stablecoin licenses? This is bullish. Not for retail, not for anybody on the ground there. More so just for the government to look good. That is wild work on behalf of Hong Kong. Wild work. But people assume that, you know what, Hong Kong and China, that's the way to go. We have to look at them for validity. No, we do not. No, we do not. The fact that they even want to touch this technology is scary enough. Never mind the fact that they've been literally openly in your face doing experimentation with other countries for years. And you know what's so funny? It's like all these countries that were listed here, like the UAE, China, Thailand, all these things, like I'm thinking like these are countries that supposedly don't politically align with one another. Yet they all have one thing in common. Cha-ching, money, control, and then you also look at the Bank for International Settlements. What is that? It's comprised of unelected bureaucrat central bankers that are like the elite 0.1% that meet up with each other, because then it's like you have the 0.1%, but then you have like the 0.01% that controls them, right? And so these central bankers are all meeting up. That includes Jerome Powell from the Fed. That includes all of these central bankers. They all meet up together and they're like, oh, China, this guy, this guy, this guy. We're all from different walks of life. We all technically are in war with one another in one way, you know, politically. But at the same time, let's all come together so that way we could create a one world currency, because the BIS already told you they want a unified ledger, which is, again, the mark of the beast. We don't like that. And so isn't it kind of interesting? Isn't it kind of interesting? They don't align on anything politically. To your face, they'll be like, we all don't get along. We're all enemies. But are they really? No. And that's why I'm telling you, we have to change the money to change the world, because all of these people are on the same team. It's like the bankers are up here, right? Like the bankers are up here and they're like, okay, we have the money. We have all these political agendas. We're going to send money here. We're going to send money to this institution, that institution, like BlackRock. Okay, here's BlackRock, control of food. Here's BlackRock that also controls the media. Here's for this bank to filter money here. So, right, it starts off up here. And then it goes from the companies like big pharma and all these like big industries all the way down to companies that, and then politicians are obviously bought by all of these people, right? So big pharma, the bankers, all these people, it filters down to the politicians. So now the politicians are the ones that get their hands dirty. And then we're like, oh, I'm paid by this person to say this. Let me go put this out in the air. And then the everyday Joe Schmo like you and I is looking around like, oh, wow, politics. Let's get swept up by politics. I can't believe this country hates that country and this country hates this person. But really, we're the ones that are funding all of it. It's just the same money that filters all the politics, all the food, all the things in our life that cause us havoc. It's all by these people up here. It's all by these people up here. And it melts all the way down to the politicians, then to us. But if we change the money, right, and we actually get transparency as to where all this stuff goes, and then the people actually could make decisions, because with Bitcoin, again, like it is an appreciative asset, is something that's peer-to-peer and decentralized. So we have purchasing power to make decisions to do what we want. That's what they're scared of. Because if the people all the way down here, which is majority of the world down here, are able to make decisions and have power, then it takes away and it dismantles this whole pyramid, this whole ladder that they've built. Doesn't it make sense? It's the money that filters all the way down to politics, and then it's the same money from the same people, just different currencies, that fund all of the madness that distracts us and keeps us in that bubble. So that way, oh, this war is going on, economy sucks. Okay, now that economy sucks, I have to pick up 2 more jobs. And because I'm picking up 2 more jobs, I actually can't pay attention to politics. I actually can't pay attention to what's going on with the monetary system. Therefore, oh, we're all distracted. And that's how the generational wheel keeps going. But Bitcoin is the one thing that cuts into that. It's the only thing that cuts into that. And so that's why I tell people the revolution of Bitcoin is not determined by its price, because the whole revolution I just described, this generational wheel, all the propaganda that I just told you about gets dismantled. Oh, and then it's the real reset. It's the real reset. So with Project Enbridge and all these things that Hong Kong is doing, like, you have to see through this. You have to. And that's why we go and we pull up the receipts. You could go look this up, hkma.gov.hk. You can find all of these things. The BIS, like, it's open, it's out there. The unified ledger, it's not something I'm making up. It's literally something they've put out there. So while they're telling you, the BIS and all these central bankers, that crypto is the worst, well, why don't you go look at what they're doing? Because it's proving otherwise. It's proving that Bitcoin is actually the savior. Decentralized currencies are the savior, but they're the ones trying to distract you so they could build whatever they're building in the background, springing on you, and then you're trapped in it. No. We're not playing that game. We are not. And I wish I had a whiteboard. I saw your comments out of the corner of my eye. Do you think politicians are trying to use laws to enter the crypto market? Right now, what I call the whole legislative thing that we're dealing with in the US, which I'm going to dive into in a little bit. It's all something I like to call theater. Because again, the whole Operation Choke Point 2.0 that we went through with the last admin, that was planned. That was straight up a strategy. SPF, they brought this dude to fame and they were like, let's put him as the next Steve Jobs so that way we could go ahead and distract everyone and be like, whoa, crypto's really getting somewhere, right? And then they used SPF, the politicians used him so that way they could create a dark cloud over crypto and have an excuse to debank us. No, that was a distraction. Why? Because the banks were in the background working, right? Because we've been following the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston in collaboration with MIT years ago, doing full-on CBDC projects. The New York Fed also in the background working on wholesale CBDCs with all of these banks, major banks across the world. So when you really look at it, Operation Choke Point 2.0 and the politics, again, it goes back to what I said about like that whole ladder, because the banks paid the politicians to then go and destroy us, just so they could work in the background, figure out what they're going to do with stablecoin CBDCs. So now that the Genius Act is here, signed into law, and then we're going to get market clarity, it just green lights the banks to continue doing what they're doing. When really, why are banks even in the conversation with anything related to crypto? Because the banks are physically, technologically outdated. So we need to upgrade the system. Bitcoin is the upgrade, but they want to try to build their own upgrade first. They do. They wanted to build their own upgrade so that way they could cover themselves and try to last as long as possible. Because at the end of the day, when it comes down to the digital dollar and the CBDC they want to put out there, they're just going to eliminate all these banks. The physical banks you see every day are going to be gone. Gone. I hope you understand that. Gone. And so if we're not going to have physical bank branches and they turn off your money, right? Because they could just flip a switch. That's done. In 2021, did you know in 2021, the whole interbanking system shut down for hours and billions of dollars were held. That was a flip of a switch. How does the whole system go down? Because there's one button. That big system they tried to intimidate you with is extremely fragile. It's extremely fragile. And so when they had in Nigeria, they forced the digital naira on them. People went to the banks to protest. But if they take away all the physical bank locations, where are you going to protest? You're going to go yell at this guy in the freaking software? Oh my gosh, software, give me my money back. This is why Bitcoin. Because I don't have to worry about the bank shutting down. I don't have to worry about Operation Choke Point 69.0. I have money that belongs to me. No one can take it. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Darn, man. I hope people see this soon. I really do. I really freaking do. Because it pains my heart every freaking day. I want to rip it out of my chest and throw it at someone so that way they can receive my love.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're
Pay
welcome.
for Randi to get a whiteboard. Zesty idea.
A petition for me to get a why did they blur that out? It just says petition. Yes, I would love to get a whiteboard. Oh, if I had a whiteboard, I'd be a little evil. I don't think people would like my drawings if I had a whiteboard. How am I so on fire for crypto? Because I'm sick and tired of old people telling us what to do. I'm sick of these 0.01% that are sitting in a room somewhere with their master plan, looking at us and laughing because they think we're stupid. The same families for generations and generations. I don't care how many times you change your name. I don't. Because you know what? I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you. And if there is a wheel that's rolling, it's like seeing someone like a baby in a stroller going down a hill. Are you gonna try to try to stop the stroller so that way it doesn't the stroller doesn't go into the street and get hit? Yeah. Because what they're doing is they've tricked us for generations. Oh, here's some currency. Nah, let it be gold. You know what? Just give us your gold. We'll give you this paper note. And then, oh wait, you know what? This paper note is actually just worth nothing. And it's run by this entity that's not even part of your government. That's crazy. And then the central bank here was actually started by the same bankers that were in Europe that we were revolting against. So we've just been fooled. And you know what? I was sick of it. I am so sick of it. And we're at a point in this generation where we have so much access to money. We have so much access to information. There's no reason why we shouldn't just use it to our advantage. I am sick of call me crazy. Call me a radical American woman. But as far as I'm concerned, this isn't even for me. And this is what I stress to people on this podcast on a daily basis. None of what I'm talking about, nothing of what I'm fighting for is actually for me. It's actually for all of us. It's for the world. It's for the unbanked. It's for the underserved. It's for people that constantly get excluded because they're told they're not enough. Oh, you're from an underserved, as they say. Say the real word, underserved neighborhood. You don't deserve to get investments. You don't deserve to be an accredited investor. Oh, you're in a third world country with triple-digit inflation? You deserve to stay in that. No, why don't we just have them get Bitcoin, preserve their purchasing power? So that they can make decisions and then earn more money and more purchasing power to then maybe go change their physical environment, make it better for everybody. Again, it's not for me. It's also for the younger generation, for the little Gen Alphas. They're going to have to pay the consequences when they're 40. Like the people that are politicians now, it's not like they're 30, 40 years old. Will still be alive when Gen Alpha turns 40. They're not. And so what they're doing right now, the younger generation pays the consequence of. And if they push CBDCs, that means China invades and all these other countries invade because we're locked. We can't do anything. The reason why America was so powerful is because people were able to make money, use that money to create revolutions like the Industrial Revolution, and all of these things that happened. It only was able to happen because the American dream was there. It was real. And people were able to move forward and gain that purchasing power to move and go do stuff that they needed to do to then go change the world. Do you think America would be like this? Do you think America would be as great as it once was if there was no way for somebody to go and make money? No. None of this would be here if it wasn't for people having the free will. And what they want to do is take away your free will. They want you to own nothing, be happy. We're done with that. And so I'm here for the next gen. I'm here for my future kids. I don't have kids. No, I don't. Everyone's spreading rumors that I'm having children. I'm not having children right now. But I'm doing this for them. I do not care about number go up because this number right now isn't even relevant to me. It's the revolution that is relevant. It's the technology that is relevant. And I know people are here to make money. I know that. I'm not ignorant of that fact. But you know what? Also making money is good because then again, you make those decisions and go and change the world. That is what we're here for. This show is not about hype. Do we get excited? Yeah, we're just passionate individuals. But are we talking about the poopiest coin on the market? No. We're here for a revolution. I'm here to change the world with you, with us, together. There is no person that could do anything alone. And the Bitcoin blockchain is proof of that, because if it wasn't for people saying, oh my gosh, I have to go and take part in this revolution, then Bitcoin blockchain would not be where it is. The only reason Bitcoin is where it is because there's people that physically took the energy and paid for the energy to power this blockchain. This is all about people. It's about we the people. The blockchain is proof of that. Proof of work is proof of the people's work. That is it. So I hope that makes sense. I don't know. I went on a massive rant today. But I just care. I genuinely care about this space. And everyone's like, why does this girl care about crypto so much? Because it's a fire that's lit. Because it's the biggest revolution man has ever seen, and the most peaceful one at that. There is no weapon you need to pick up to defend Bitcoin. There is no weapon you have to pick up to defend the honor of the country behind Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is just a technology. It's just code. There's no bias. There's no bias in code. That's what I said. That's what I said on Kitco News. There is no bias here. It's so beautiful, man. It's just so beautiful. Bitcoin doesn't care about where you're from. It doesn't care about your religion or your race or your socioeconomic status. It doesn't care if you're a billionaire or someone that literally has nothing. Bitcoin doesn't care about that. It literally doesn't. And neither do we. Bitcoin is inclusive when the current system is exclusive. It is so freaking perfect. Bitcoin is perfect money. And Litecoin's right behind her. We love Litecoin. But yeah. Patrick said, would I like to be quoted? Quote. Wait, he's like, I'm writing an op-ed for the Daily Caller. What's the Daily Caller? You can send me a DM, my friend. Send me a DM if you would like. But I don't care. If anyone wants to take this podcast and clip it and post it on the internet, clip it, post it, send it. I'm not saying nothing that I don't mean out of the depths of my heart. So, yeah. Yes, Brian in Florida. Hello, Brian in Florida. We love Florida. Pimp Florida. I don't think we're getting to all of our headlines today. We're just gonna go for the spice, okay? Because this one dude, this is wild to me. This one dude is like flipping like a little quarter in 5th grade. Everyone's like, let's flip the quarter, heads or tails. This dude is like that on a daily basis. Anthony Scaramucci does not know what side he's on. He was against Donnie T 2 minutes ago. Now he's like, Donnie T is my best friend. Put Donnie T emojis in the chat. Apparently, Anthony Scaramucci now believes Donnie T is the crypto president. This is so confusing, bro. I thought women didn't know, like, we're wishy-washy on feelings sometimes, but apparently it's Anthony Scaramucci. He said that he's buying Bitcoin during the market turndown and described Donnie T as a crypto president. This is so unhinged. He said, 10 days ago, we were buying Bitcoin at 84K. Now we're buying at 63. We're buyers of Bitcoin in this market again. He added that buying Bitcoin in a downward market is akin to catching a falling knife. He said that Donnie T is a much better president for crypto than his predecessor, adding that Donnie T's geopolitical shenanigans, such as his Greenland ambitions, emboldened rival Dems to oppose him on various policies, including those affecting crypto. He said, I'll just say to you that, like, the Greenland stuff, believe it or not, is actually tied to the industry. If he does stuff like that, it upsets the opposition to the point where, like, they're like, you know what? We want him to win on anything. And even if it's going to spy ourselves and cut our own horses off, we'll vote against the crypto bill to hurt Donnie T. I love how they include the Solana plug at the end. It had nothing to do with that. They just had to plug Solana. See, that's why I think Solana has a lot of payment going on. But yeah, no, apparently Donnie T is the crypto president. Do you guys agree? According to Anthony Scaramucci, he's flipping his script. Oh, we already have Donnie T emojis in the chat. You guys are way ahead of me. You guys are way ahead of me. Wow, shoot. Hi, everybody. You guys are so beautiful. Thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh, I'm just looking at all these comments. Please smash the like if you feel the desire in your heart. Let's continue to get after it. We have I have like a dual spotlight today. I just didn't know which one to spotlight, so we're just gonna play the transition and do both of them because things are getting messy. They're getting messy. I'm recalibrating to deal with the bankers and all the trad bros that are just weeping. Wah. Crypto, wah. It's gonna take our deposits because it's all gonna go into stable coins because people can actually earn yield. Wah. Sorry, y'all. Apparently, it's not going well at the White House in terms of market structure. There's no structure, there's no clarity. Crypto industry negotiators arrived at the White House on Tuesday ready to talk about a legislative deal on stablecoin yields, but their banking counterparts brought further demands for a ban on such rewards in the Senate's crypto market structure bill. The fight over whether stables should be able to offer rewards, a lobbying battle between Wall Street bankers and crypto insiders, is one of the chief headwinds keeping the Senate Banking Committee from advancing the Clarity Act. It's now been a sticking point for months, and the banking side held their ground on prohibiting the rewards activity and more. See, this is really dumb of them. If they were freaking smart, which I said this on Kitco News too, I was like, if you're actually smart, you would say, you know what, allow stablecoin rewards, then take that stablecoins, let people stake it at the bank, and then offer them 6% APY, and you'll just wipe out all of crypto right there within a few months, and then you'll bring down the APY because you already got the market share. That's what the bankers would do if they were smart. But the bankers aren't smart, and they want to waste time, and they want to waste taxpayer dollars because for some reason we pay these politicians when the bankers could just pay their salary themselves. Flame roasted. But at the same time, why are we paying these people? Until we have a real thing going on here, we shouldn't be paying all these lawmakers. But the banks are stupid and they're crying like immature babies and they just want their way. They're like, it's my way or no way. When it's like, you know what it's like when you tell a little kid, you're like, listen, Stefania, we're not going to the park right now, but you could get dressed and we'll leave in 30 minutes because I got something to do. And then Stefania's like, no, I want to leave now or never. I don't want to go to the park at all if you're not taking me right now. And then you're like, Stefania, chill, Stefania. But if you don't want to go, we won't go at all. And then Stefania's like, no, we're not going to go at all then. And then they're going to cry because they're still upset no matter what happens. Even if you're like in 30 minutes, let's go to the park, Stefania. Stefania's still upset with you. There's no dealing with the Stefania. A little Stefania. Where did I get that name from? I couldn't tell you. Little Stefania. That's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a brat. Yes, we're dealing with a little toddler brat. And that's what the banks are. Little brats. We should call them brats. Ooh. I feel like brats have like that really sticky, like convolutive, like dagger, like scratch with sharp nails type connotation. Yeah, scratch. You little brats. I'm slightly unhinged today. This is a rough one. I feel like someone goes and tunes into this podcast today. They're hearing about Stefania. They're hearing about unified ledgers. We're talking about ladders. They go all the way up to Uphold. Get it? Get it all the way up to Uphold. Because it's a little thingy. You know what? I thought I was funny, but apparently I'm not. In the back half of this, did you guys like Stefania? I'm sorry, guys. I'm so unhinged today. Freaking Stefania. Let's go and talk about Big Apple goes, Stefania, chill. This guy's subscribing. He's like, this girl is wild. Okay. Focus, Randy. We're talking about SBF now. He's the other part of this spotlight, which this guy has the audacity level of like one of those motorcycle dudes that like just like do wheelies on the highway. He has that level of audacity, maybe even more, where he's like doing maybe 1 foot on the whole bike and doing a split while he's doing a wheelie type thing. This guy is like, I don't know what to compare SBF to, but he's so wild. He's so wild. And he's like, oh, I want a new trial because of my fraud case. Imagine being one of the biggest criminals and fraudsters in history and having the audacity to be like, you know what? It ain't my fault. But you know what? I honestly don't know if it's that much of Sam's fault, because I think he took all the blame when it should have been spread out to his parents. I commented multiple times under SBF's post, your parents should be investigated, bud, because they took all the money and put everything in their name. Here's the tea. Here's the tea. Because also they had the audacity too to say Donnie T should pardon him. I would say, are you on drugs? But he is. So SBF, the former CEO of FTX, is seeking a new trial according to a request filed by New York federal courts. Since being convicted and imprisoned on a 25-year sentence, he continually challenged his situation in court while he plays League of Legends. Now, the first report for a new trial was filed by Mama Fried. Mama Fried, the audacity. Imagine being a criminal and going and be like, you know what? This guy took the blame for me, so I'm going to jump right in and say he should get off scot-free. As she's going and filing for this, they should put her in handcuffs, take her to a precinct, and do some investigations. The audacity, though, the mother is who filed for it. Are you crazy? He is crazy because he has a 30-page document that arrived at the court as a pro se request, meaning the defendant is representing himself. So this dude is gonna, because he's on multiple medications, so he's gonna medicate himself, and then he's gonna go and wow, he's a true Nepo baby then. True Nepo baby. Now the circuit judge said, part of the government's theory of the case is that the defendant misrepresented to investors that their money was safe, was not being used in the way it was, in the way that it was that the government claims, and the jury convicted it was, in fact, used. So no, we're not spinning this around. You put money in FTX, it went to Alameda Research, hence the CEO was like, oh, I don't need basic math skills. We don't even use stop losses. And then it went from Alameda Research over to SBF's parents. And then the money went into properties and private jets and all these things, and all in the parents' names. So you're telling me that this in any way, shape, or form looks good for this guy to go and get off of his 25-year sentence, which is like a quarter of what he was supposed to serve. He was supposed to serve like 125, but they gave him a 25-year sentence plus probation. This man should be kissing the ground, thanking God, and opening his Bible every day, thanking him. But no, he's like, this isn't good enough. I'm going to go ahead and get out of this because I paid one of 3 people in Congress. And where did all that money go? Congressmen and women, Maxine Waters, who treated SBF like her little grandson. Oh, you're so cute, little SBF, with your big hair that you haven't washed all week. That is crazy to me. The audacity. I don't know if I had the audacity. And the fact that like now SBF is kissing Donnie T behind is also wild to me, because he was best friends with Gary Gensler, best friends with the last admin, trying to create a federal bit license. What SBF wanted to do was unhinged level 5,000. And in New York and California, they have a bit license, which is why you can't even get access to the best exchanges in New York, because New York sucks. And they're like, because it's a bit license, you guys can't come here and operate here. And retail, you also can't take part in this market because we told you can't. And so with this federal bit license that SBF was trying to create with Gary Gensler at the time, but with backdoor meetings, nobody spoke about that. Nobody. They wanted you to go and take a test and say, oh, I am smart enough to partake in cryptocurrency, and I know how to invest, and I know how to have common sense. And then once they figured out you had common sense, they'd be like, oh, okay, you could invest in crypto, but you cannot withdraw your crypto from the exchange, which means, oh, it's basically the same as TradFi, which is what we're trying to get away from. Isn't this wild? So then SBF goes, new evidence shows that Biden's DOJ threatened multiple witnesses into silence. My conviction should be thrown out. What? Judge Lewis Kaplan should rescue himself from this motion, given his pattern of prejudging defendants, including me, Ryan Salamlam, who also had the audacity of of a wild person. He committed so many crimes, tried to schmooze the government to get his girlfriend out of being convicted because she also was a criminal. So he's saying this guy was prejudged, and Donnie T, throwing Donnie T in there to try to schmooze the man and stacking the deck against us, saying that this judge cannot rule fairly. If that's not kissing behind, I don't know what is. I'm sorry, guys. I have to skip over this because this is corruption at its finest. Coins to watch start now. Gainers, losers, woo. Layer 0, popping off, up 41%. Pippin up 23%. Uniswap up 14%. River up 1.3%. Monero up 1.7%. Losers are MYX going down that 32%. Lighter is not so lit, down 11%. Stable down 9%. World's Liberty down 7.8%. And BitTensor down 7.2%. Quick check-in on ETH below 2K at the moment. We are looking, sorry, hold on. There we go. We are down 4.86%. 1840 is our bearish. Even below that is 1450-ish Ethereum. That would be crazy. But we are seeing that things are laying low. VWAP might go below that 0 line. We are oversold, so keep sending it down. I don't care. This is cheap crypto for me. $51 Litecoin, because Litecoin is the right coin. Down 3.69%. Ooh. 43 is the bearish. 64 is the bullish. Things are looking pretty decent, though. Send it down. Have a good time. Jolly old dippies. We enjoy the dips because you know what? It's times of solitude. Maybe sometimes of solitude. So that way we can all reflect and maybe learn a little bit more about this industry and properly allocate our funds to what we believe in. I appreciate you guys. Do you guys know that, like, this is, like, the best thing that's ever happened to me is this podcast? Like, I just love that you guys just deal with my craziness and you deem it worthy of watching and spending your time. And so for that, I appreciate it. We do have 9 more likes for 100, so I do ask politely, with your free will, please smash the likes. And I advocate for all the things above, which is doing your trading with strategy, upholding yourself to a higher standard of money. Get it? Upholding yourself up. Guess that wasn't funny. And then you self-custody that crypto with Cake Wallet because it's open source and like the best thing on the market right now. So thank you guys so much. You guys are the cutest people in the world, for real. And Uphold.com/Randi is the place to go. Go get your crypto. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is the biggest blessing of my life. Please remember on Monday, February 16th, I'm turning 23 years old, and it is going to be the best time ever because on that day, we'll still be live at the same time, which is 9:45 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. And we're going to go ahead and give away $200 of Bitcoin. Woohoo! So please be here on Monday. I'm going to give away $200 of Bitcoin. We'll have some mono giveaways, member-only giveaways, and some everybody giveaways. But we also are going to have a members-only after show right now. So if you have not yet, go and join the Discord. Hang out. We always talk in there everywhere, not just for members. Everyone's able to join the Discord. But to get into the member stage, you have to be a member on YouTube. So please go ahead, become a member on YouTube if it makes you happy and you like supporting this channel. Smash the like, subscribe, share this out with friends. Have a beautiful day. Happy Wednesday. I appreciate all of you. This is the best time of my life is when I'm live streaming and I just get to talk to you guys and maybe give you a giggle or a wiggle here or there. But thank you guys so much. Have a blessed day. Smash the like, subscribe, share it out. I'll see you in Discord right now. And as always, stay zesty. Mwah. Bye.
Hucksters.
Oh, you want to talk to me? Why don't you go talk to the
Scam
SBF, huh?
Ponzi schemes.